What I love about the pizza business, restaurant business, is that, I'm able to do something that I really enjoy, and that's make pizza. I love making pizza. Making pizza is not how you make money. Making pizza is a hobby. You're not going to get rich, and you're not going to pay your bills. You're not going to support your family making pizza. You'll do that running a business. I needed an actual business plan, and I needed projections, financial projections. I needed the whole package. And then I've never done that before. The financial projections, spreadsheets that RestaurantOwner.com has are just second to none. The business plan template is perfect. And those two pieces there just made my life a lot easier.
Hi, my name is Jim Laub. Welcome to another RestaurantOwner.com success story, where we profile some of the nicest, most talented, and hardest working people on the planet, independent restaurant owners. Michael Shepard is the founder and owner of 600 Downtown, a highly successful full-service restaurant specializing in high-quality gourmet pizza in Bellefontaine, Ohio, a town of 13,000 about 45 miles northwest of Columbus. One of the most remarkable and noteworthy parts of Michael's story that in addition to being a world-class restaurant operator, he's also a 4-time world pizza champion, an 8-time world medalist pizza acrobat, holding more international medals than any other American. Growing up in a small Midwestern town and becoming not only a successful business owner, but also an international pizza champion makes Michael somewhat of a local legend. Like many, if not most, independent operators, Michael came from humble beginnings, and through massive amounts of tenacity, hard work, and dedication, he's become one of the most respected and highly regarded independent pizza operators in the industry. In addition, Michael is also a popular pizza industry speaker, trainer, and advisor to other independent operators. He got his start as a pizza delivery driver during high school and college. After studying computer programming and starting his first real job, Michael realized that sitting at a desk and looking at a computer screen all day just wasn't for him. So he went back to what he knew best and was really good at, delivering pizza at the local Domino's. Then one day he heard that a local independent pizza delivery operation was for sale.
So working for Domino's, delivering pizza, it was reliable income. It was a solid job. At this point, I'm married. I've got a 2-year-old son at home, and a relative of mine works at a competitor across town. Says, hey, this place is for sale. The guy that's running it right now doesn't want anybody to know it's for sale. But hey, I hear the owners live in Kentucky. Maybe you can look them up. So got in touch with them, tracked them down. Said, hey, I hear you want to sell this place. And they're like, sure, $20,000. Took out a second mortgage on my house, quit my job, took over this place, and very scary. It was super scary, having a family to provide for, quitting a job that's solid and dependable to start your own business, and something I really didn't know a whole lot about.
So at age 24, the pizza delivery driver, although a very good one, became the owner of a small pizzeria that at the time was doing just $2,000 a week in sales. After he was handed the keys, Michael quickly discovered the entire operation was grossly mismanaged and massive changes needed to be made in short order for the business to have any chance of making it.
So we went to work. My family helped me out. My wife helped me out. We worked hard. We got it cleaned up. Made it look presentable. At this point, we're doing $2,000 a week in sales. The food's atrocious. The service is atrocious. The employees that were working there were atrocious. It was just a nightmare. So we started making changes immediately. We changed the name. And eventually, actually, within about 6 months, the only thing that was the same is the address and the phone number. We totally changed the product. We changed the way we dealt with the customer. Customer came first instead of last. Rebranded it, and just everything.
Michael quickly realized that something else needed to change. With his entire net worth and even more wrapped up in this little pizzeria, as well as being his family's sole means of support, it had to start making money. And it needed to start making money right away.
Like I said, I mentioned before, I've got a family to take care of. I've got a mortgage to pay for. I've got children, that I need to care for and provide for. So I quickly realized, real quick, that even though I loved pizza, I loved making pizza, I loved eating pizza, that wasn't my primary goal. My primary goal was to run a business and be profitable. $2,000 a week in sales, and then fast forward over the next few years, the next year, a year later, we're doing 6,000. A year after that, we're doing 10,000, and then it's 12, then it's 13, and it's 14. And basically about 5 years later, we're doing about $20,000 a week in sales. And then a few years after that, we're hitting 24,000, 25,000, 26,000 in this town of 9,000 people.
One reason I love this part of Michael's story is that it illustrates what's possible when you start small, create a superior product that people want, and work really hard and really smart to make the restaurant a profitable business. Despite the incredible success Michael had in turning the pizzeria around and dramatically increasing sales, he had enough business sense in those early days that he knew that higher sales volume alone would not generate the level of profitability he needed the restaurant to make. So while working on quality and service to improve sales, he also rolled up his sleeves and got very serious about becoming more efficient, reducing waste, and being very smart with managing his menu and prices.
So we, picked apart the menu. I had to cost everything out, and this is way back when, in the 90s, when the internet was just starting. Not everybody had internet access. And when we did have internet access, we didn't have all of the resources available that we do have today. So all this stuff, and I don't want to sound like I'm some genius about this, but I figured out that I had to cost everything out. To cost everything out, okay, so now I've got to make a pizza and to make this pizza at $2.25 like it should cost me, and I'm going to sell it for $11, so I have a food cost of X percent. I'm like, okay, so I know what I need to do. How do I do it? So now I've got to portion it out. I got to put some scales in to weigh cheese, and I don't stop there. I need to weigh my sausage. I need to weigh my onions. I need to weigh my green peppers. So we had a full portion control system, food costing everything out, and then from there, and actually I'd like to take credit for it, but it was one of our vendors came to me and said, would you be willing to give us, 100% of your business if we can set in stone pricing for you that is much lower than what we're already giving you, but you got to give us all your business. So basically we went, right there and then we entered into a prime vendor agreement, and my food costs dropped dramatically, service improved, so now I've got food costing, I've got portion control, I've got a prime vendor agreement, where my vendors now partner with me instead of an adversary. So I'm able to, those three things there are some of the kind of the cornerstones of making a 20% profit on a regular basis.
So let's look at what Michael was able to accomplish. At the age of 24, he purchases a rundown pizzeria with, and these are his words, atrocious pizza, service, and employees in a small town. He competes head-to-head with some of the most successful national and regional pizza chains with established brands and big advertising budgets. And in 5 years, his pizzeria not only survives, but sales go from $100,000 a year to over $1 million a year. And he's able to put over 20% of that's $200,000 plus profit on the bottom line. In fact, Michelangelo's became so dominant in the local market that Michael's previous employer, Domino's, and a few other chain competitors closed and went out of business. While that's not common, Michael shows what's possible when you provide a better product, take excellent care of your customers, and relentlessly focus on consistency, cost control, and managing the restaurant like a business. Michael went on to open another Michelangelo's in a neighboring small town, and then started thinking about the possibility of opening a full-service pizza restaurant with a particular focus on one of his biggest passions, serving super high-quality pizza.
And we had deck ovens in the beginning, then I went to conveyor ovens, we're focusing mostly on delivery, and then we kind of come back around to deck ovens again. And then I realized at these two locations, I'm never quite going to be able to make this pizza in the setting that I want. And I can't roll back things. So we started looking around for another location. Like, I want to do a pizzeria where we can do pizza exactly the way I think it should be. I wanted it to be a full service, not a pizza that doesn't go into a cardboard box. The worst thing you can do to a pizza is put it in a box. Absolute worst pizza. A pizza outside of a box will taste completely different than a pizza in a box.
To turn this plan into reality, Michael would need to tap an outside financing source, which meant for the first time, he'd need to prepare a business plan to show his banker. He'd used RestaurantOwner.com to develop many of his training guides, checklists, and other systems. So I asked him about using our business plan resources to secure the financing at 600 downtown.
Where it really came into play for us was when we opened up 600. And this is the first time that I had to go to a bank asking for an actual restaurant or an equipment construction loan. And to do that, I needed an actual business plan, and I needed projections, financial projections. I needed the whole package. And then I've never done that before. And the projections, the financial projections, spreadsheets that RestaurantOwner.com has are just second to none. The business plan template is perfect, and those two pieces there it just made my life a lot easier.
Michael got the loan to fund the startup of 600 downtown, and the restaurant was quite literally an instant success. So much so that the sales and profit even exceeded the best case projections in his business plan. I asked Michael why 600 downtown has been so successful and what it is that makes many of his customers drive 30 miles and more on a regular basis to visit the restaurant.
What I think brings people into our restaurant, I'd break it down into three things why people come in here. One is going to be the product, the quality of our product. We focus on making the absolute best quality pizza we possibly can using old world methods. We rise our dough for 48 hours. It's called a 48-hour cold rise. Sometimes you'll get it when it's 72 hours. It's even better. So it's cold rise. We cook in brick-lined ovens, brick-lined gas ovens, old-fashioned style, pain in the butt to tend. It takes 6 months to train our employees how to do it, but you can't get it the same quality any other way. And then our service, we focus on giving the absolute best service we possibly can, and we approach that from the understanding that we're going to screw things up. So when we do screw things up, how do we handle that? And we try and be proactive when we recover from that, and we try and be reactive. So we know where we just screwed somebody's pizza up. We're going to go to them and say, hey, I'm very sorry, we just burnt your pizza. It's going to be an extra 10 minutes. What can I do for you? Or this pizza's free, it's on us. Whatever we need to do to be proactive. So in addition to that amazing quality product, like I said, cold rise, brick oven, no corners cut, super amazing service. Then the third thing is we've gone out of our way to make ourselves as famous as we can. We kind of stumbled into it by getting involved with some pizza competitions, dough tossing, acrobatic stuff, and pizza baking competitions. To fast forward to where that got us to is I myself have gotten 4 gold medals from competitions at the World Pizza Championships in Italy. I've got gold medals from around the country in different domestic pizza competitions. My employees have competed all over the country as well, and as well as in Italy with us too. My own manager's got 5 gold medals. She's broken 3 world records for fastest pizza making. Other managers have won awards for their pizza making, and so we encourage all of our employees to get very active in it. And so then those activities got us a lot of publicity, which got us on television, turned into Food Network coverage. We had our own, myself and our pizza team that we created, the World Pizza Champions, had our own Food Network special just on the 4 founding members. We were on ABC's Master of Champions, Discovery Channel, CBS Morning This Morning, and so those 3 things combined is our unique selling point.
Let's break down the primary success factors at 600 downtown. First, a truly superior product. Michael set out to create a level of pizza quality that was not available anywhere else in his local market. Next, gracious proactive service that basically says, if you're not happy, we'll do whatever it takes to fix it so you leave happy and want to come back again. And finally, Michael and a few of his key people became well known by their success in competitive pizza making and tossing. This created a unique, interesting story, notoriety, and lots of free publicity. Those three factors give 600 Downtown a unique selling proposition that drives their impressive sales volume. But just to be clear, having great sales alone is not what's enabled Michael to produce a 20% plus net income at all three of the restaurants he's owned. I asked him what advice he'd give to other independent operators who want their restaurants to become more profitable businesses.
I mean, everybody focuses in on, I want to increase my sales. I want to increase my sales. I got to get my sales up so I can make more money. Not necessarily. First, before you even consider increasing your sales, are you doing portion control? Or do you have a prime vendor agreement? Are you measuring your, counting your, inventory and measuring your food cost? The actual and ideal. If you're not, don't even think about increasing sales. You take care of these things, you're going to immediately make more money, than you would by increasing your sales by 20%, 30%. You'll be much happier.
Michael wants independent operators to be just as passionate about the way they run their business as the food they serve. And while it's not the most glamorous or fun aspects of owning a restaurant, Michael's convinced that it's an essential part of becoming successful.
The one thing that I always tell any other pizza operator that I'm trying to help, whether I'm consulting with them, it's a friend wanting to get into the business, or a friend that needs help, or I'm giving a seminar or giving a talk or writing an article, whatever, and it's not a popular thing. People actually get upset with me. Making pizza is not a business. Making pizza is a hobby. The running a business, running your pizzeria as a business is the way you make money. Making pizza is not how you make money. Making pizza is a hobby. You're not going to get rich, and you're not going to pay your bills. You're not going to support your family making pizza. You'll do that running a business. And so your focus, whether you're a chef or just your pizza is your passion, your focus has to be on running a successful and profitable business. And I know, guys just want to focus in on making great pizza. I just want to make a great pizza. I want to talk to my customers. I want to shake hands. And that's only half the battle. And if you only focus on that, you're going to go bankrupt.
Michael's story is an excellent example of why restaurant owners need more than just a passion for food to be successful. While he's a world-class pizza maker, Michael also has intentionally developed world-class business skills, both of which are essential to success not only in the pizza segment, but in any area of the restaurant industry today. I want to thank Michael and his team of pizza professionals for their kind hospitality, amazing pizza, and for sharing their incredible story of pizza and business success with RestaurantOwner.com. Thanks for watching this success story. We hope this profile has been instructive and inspires you to continue to create your own restaurant success story.